Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are live and, in effect, as a report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device, complete with green tea with ginger and honey. Hoping to try to minimize the cough. It only works while I drink it, but nonetheless, I probably still will cough, but I apologize for that. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you're here. We're going to get right into some of the comments. Happy Halloween. We've got Wilderness Father. I find it extremely easy to be long precious metals. They will account for M2. And it's an upward death spiral. That's right. And that M2 money supply is growing. And it has been growing for some time. And we're really over with quantitative tightening now, as Jerome Powell mentioned. So there's that. And we're just kind of pressing through. Good to see you guys. Silver Shelby is here. JM Unleash is here. Shouted him out in this morning's video. He had a great comment from the previous video. That's this video right here. And Michael Ollyfield 2390 says this. By the way, no scammers are scheduled for today. We might get lucky and some may call, but we're not going to hold out a whole lot of hope. But we're going to give it the old college try here. So Michael, gotta be strong for this investment. I'm 5 years in now. It's destroying my mental health and need some fun, but can't give up on 5 years. Saving, I was dreaming this would be a house so I can be a daddy to my boy. I'm just losing my head. It's too much for me right now. I can walk away. So option, I need to help with a place to call home. So trapped, my boy needs me, but I can't get my life together. Being a river with fishies if it wasn't for him. But I'm no use to him as a failed man. Wish I knew what to do. Got 400 ounces. It's not enough for home, so why can't I just admit I failed fighting for home? Now I can't afford. Only peace I'll ever feel is in death, but my boy, I'm so confused. Head and heart so much. Dreams for your kids. I need to be a man and make the choice that's best for my boy. I can't want to know his failure father. Well, I'm kind of confused. Well, number one, Michael, you're putting too much faith in silver as an investment. And good grief. Imagine if silver was still in the 30s, how you would be feeling. You probably would have offed yourself by now. That's not how you should look at silver. It is not an investment. I don't know where you've been learning this, but I wish you would have found this channel sooner. You would have been able to plan much better. It's always good to diversify, to work hard. But yes, and if you're saving up silver to buy a house, that's not really what it was doing. That's not how you should be. Planning with just silver. Silver is not there to make you money. It's there to preserve the wealth you already have. It's to protect yourself against the dollar. You have to actively work. I'm sure you're working very hard. I don't know what you're doing for work, and congratulations on getting 400 ounces. That's good, but it's not there as an investment. So don't feel like a failure because silver didn't perform enough to buy you a house. I think the thing is that it takes time. No reasonable person and nobody in the upper middle class even can pay a house off in 5 years. It's just unrealistic. You've got unrealistic expectations. I really hope you hear this response. Because what you do is just work hard. In fact, take on a second job if you need to. Hard work and put your nose to the grindstone. That is how you're going to provide for your boy and for your family. So do that. You got your heart in the right place, but your mind has got to get there with it. And in order to do that, it's going to take some hard work on your part. You might try in some other investments, but don't get too risky. You don't want to lose any money, especially considering your state. You do not want to lose any money. So you're not a failed man, but you've been misguided with what you think silver is supposed to do. All right, very good. Let's move on to the next comment here. 4 Wheels from Rob. Great information, Sal. Let the run continue in our favor. Yes, indeed. That's right. Very good. And Bill 457, really don't understand that silver squeeze stuff, much like the quarter ounce silver, all these high prices. All I can afford sometimes my LCS calls them is around, which is good. I got some nice fractional proofs that way. Nice. Yep. I mean, your local coin shop is probably the best place to get some of the fractional silver for reasonable premiums, by the way. Good to see you guys. Silver Days is here. JM Unleashed is here. C130. Good to see Johnny B. Randy Miller is here. Good to see you guys. And by the way, I believe, according to Bald Guy Money, the silver ended its highest month average ever. In fact, we're going to take a look at the numbers for the end of the month. Silver is now at 48.72. Gold is over $4,000 again, so this is very good. Only down a half a percent for silver, so that's actually really good, all things considered. So that's a positive for sure. All right, let's see here. We got Silver Sleuth. At any value, the gold you display is gorgeous. Thank you, Silver Sleuth. I appreciate that. I try my best. I've got trying to show some cool precious metals since I don't do any scripting or anything in my videos. All right, let's see here. The only edits I do is for coughing. Mark Norgard, gold crashing too, and gold are strong. Yes, indeed. Well, gold is not really crashing right now. It didn't really crash today. It did go down, but it is not out, that's for sure. Silver Sleuth, the temptation to manipulate the paper markets is huge for some. Yes, indeed they are. And let's see here. What else we have here? We got a pretty good crowd here tonight. Appreciate you guys joining me here. Venom says most everyone has bought what they wanted for a little while, and it will be quiet and stagnant for a little bit. Well, it all depends on your point of view. There has been an increase in demand, and I don't think it's just going to stop. It's not going to be caught in waves. I think there's going to be probably more buying ahead, especially in the physical markets. We'll see what happens, though. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Just Sam. All right, thank you so much for Sal's cough drop fund. Thank you. All right, thank you, Just Sam. I appreciate that. No exercise necessary. Yes, indeed. Well, I appreciate that, but I think I probably will. I've been getting back to exercising again. I can't stop exercising. I haven't exercised for like 2 weeks, so I've got to get. So I'm going to do these 5 push-ups anyway, just for spite. But thank you, Just Sam. I appreciate that. First super chat of the night. 5 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right. And let's see here. And we've got this from James Adams. James Adams on this video says this: there's not enough silver for them to cover paper silver. So it's no secret incomprehensible actions will result in devastating loss. They could have not been so ignorant. Believe in the metal in hand and not on printed paper promises. Yes. And we're starting to see some evidence of that with backwardation starting to increase again. We're back on backwardation. It's not dramatic, but it is there. Good to see you, Roadkill. Good to see you. Michael K is here. Good to see you, Michael K. Brian, good question. If Snap goes out or goes away, I'm not sure what that's going to do to the precious metal markets. My guess is probably it'll have a psychological impact. It really won't have a logistical impact, obviously. But it is quite possible that we could see gold and silver prices react to that. And there's also this possibility that the nuclear option may be implemented to prevent that. And I think if that happens, then that means that the Republican Senate has blinked. They should not blink. They should not invoke the nuclear option. Everybody knows this is the Democrats' fault. Everybody knows it. And so let them wallow in it, because Republicans have tried, and 3 reasonable Democrats have tried to open back the government. So we should not use a nuclear option. And I think that, it's just, and there's too many people, as I mentioned in this afternoon's video, 40+ million people. That's ridiculous. I guarantee you not all of them are needed. I guarantee it. Probably less than half of them need that. All right, hypersonic bullion says says this. No one has gotten the calls right lately. I've been waiting for the aforementioned Quaizo dip. These opinions are fish from the freshwater source in Switzerland. As long as the Comex and the Brit paper boys still have paper to write bonus receipts, no one what they'll be allowed to get away with. I feel certain the government fingerprints on the fundamentals matter, but they may be squinted at through the eye of a grain of salt in it. Yes. Yep, and a lot of stuff still happening. We're not out of the clear. There's still some potential, like I mentioned, for this new silver squeeze. Oh, you surf, a year of the snake, economy squeeze to death. There you go, that's right. Yep, a good point. Apropos, is it not? Okay, let's see here. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. Slurp a little bit of tea with ginger in it. I'm trying to stave off this thing. I probably should have put more. I thought I put a lot of ginger in there, but I guess I should have put more. All right. Let's get over here to this. We got Adams by Noel says, I love metal. It's a new level of confidence and power for silver prices. Indeed it is. That's right. Sure is. Cybercurrent Twitcher, I've been squeezing my silver for years now. Indeed you have. He's got an emoticon to prove it, for sure. Yes, indeed, we love Cybercurrent Twitcher. Steve C. is here. There's Coins A to Z is with us. Good to see Matt Wingy. And Damon says, ginger makes his heart race. Oh, really? That's interesting. I never knew it had that effect. Wow, it's crazy. I better be careful taking too much of it then, I guess. Wow. Good to see David McKenzie, Mark B. Good to see all of you guys here with me tonight. As we continue to move forward here. A lot happening. Yes, indeed. North Star Stacker is here too. Happy Halloween to you guys as we press on here to the next comment. Let's see here. We've got Dolly McCombs says here. He says, another smackdown of effort occurred about noon today against gold and silver. They keep trying. Manipulation continues. The squeezes are not organic. Daily, I know that's one interpretation of it. We did see that happen. I think it's some of the sentiment has changed over on the Fed, but it could be part of that too. Maybe they're blaming that on the Fed when it's just manipulation. I don't know. All right. We got Jigay. Sorry, guys. I'm the 666 like today. All right. Well, we need to get before we get to 777, we need to get to 666. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And Mark Patzner says this here. Please show some evidence supporting 80-to-1 gold to silver ratio. Silver is more valuable than gold with its intrinsic value and above ground supply. More than 200 years of suppression will have consequences. Just look at any chart. It's right there. It's all over the place. 80-to-1. It's been like that for a long time. The evidence is overwhelming. I don't even know where to start. The reason why that's so high, as I keep mentioning in my videos, is because central banks have been buying up gold like crazy. Every year, mostly 1,000 tons plus per year. That's a big deal. Thank you, Unfathomable. Happy Halloween to you. So that's why the gold to silver ratio is high. They don't stockpile silver. Silver is consumed. And silver is mined as a byproduct of other metals, but we are in deficit in silver. And right now, we're starting to see silver's prices go up, but it is not narrowing the ratio quite as much yet. And that's understandable too, because of the fear index, volatility index. The fear index is really more heavily weighted towards gold than silver now, because gold is seen more as a hedge against economic instability than silver by major players out there, and that's a big deal. Perception and all that. So that's why. But the evidence is everywhere. let's see here. Shiny Man over here has this to say. And let me get over here to make this most effective. Let me do this. Yeah, we don't have any scammers scheduled, but it does not mean that we won't take a scammer call. That's right, we sure will. Hopefully somebody will call in. We'll see. We'll take it if they do. Shiny Man says, so sorry that I've been so busy. Extremely busy recently the past 8 months helping out patriots on legal cases. This most recent one is almost as intense as I encountered a judge that is highly biased against the patriotic citizens. Oh, that's unfortunate. I just have a little break now before I continue writing my concluding brief to say hello to you and all of our fellow gold and silver stackers. Well, that's cool that you are a lawyer. That's awesome that you're helping folks out there. I'm stressed out these days. Please pray for my case and prevailing. Hold on. We don't want to miss a scammer call. I'll get that in a moment. But we will pray for you. Thank you, my friend. That's great. Hello?
Hey, Jim, it's Lance. What's going on?
Lance, how you doing?
Thank good. Thank God. I just took the nieces and nephews, what the hell is it called? Trick-or-treating.
Oh, trick-or-treating. Why would you do that today? That's kind of strange.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't we do it today,
We're about
wait till Christmas, you think?
Well, we're 365 days away from Halloween right now, so it's way early.
I think you're right. You know what? I can't. When you're right, you're right, and I can't.
Can you turn back the clock and send them out earlier?
I wish I could turn back the clock to when I was their age and wanted to go get tricked.
If I could turn back time, I could find a way. Or the other lyric is, I have a firm backside. I'm on a big old aircraft carrier. Actually, my bottom is not that firm, if I'm going to be honest with you. And I have to, because, Lance, you bring out the honesty in me. I'm willing to spill secrets with you, because I feel like we've built ourselves a rapport with each other. By the way, can you spell rapport?
No, I would believe it's Rapport.
You got it. That's it. That's how you spell it.
I was third place in the third grade spelling competition, so I don't have too much faith in spelling.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Very good. All right. Yes. Well, I hope your kids enjoyed the trick-or-treating. Did they get any, do you know what the most popular candy that kids are looking for in trick-or-treating?
I know it here with these kids, they wanted the Hershey's milk chocolate bars.
Nice.
What is the most popular?
Reese's Pieces. Second most popular is M&M's. Plain M&M's is the second most popular.
Reese's is my favorite chocolate, but the Reese's Pieces, I don't like them.
Yeah, and they're not my favorite either. But I like Snickers.
I'm a Snickers. I got Snickers, Milky Way, Three Musketeers. If I'm gonna eat straight chocolate, I guess Hershey's is okay. But I'm not really a snacker. You give me a big plate of food, I'm a happy guy. I want my food hot, my drinks cold. That's just the truth of life.
I like it. Except my tea. I like it hot. I like my tea hot.
Yeah. I really don't drink coffee unless I absolutely need it. I'm having a really, day where I didn't sleep much and had so much going on and I'm tired. That's the only time I'll drink coffee.
Right.
And usually I'll just drink an espresso. So it's a big shot, it's done, and that's it.
Those espressos are very expressive.
Yeah.
You know what? They say that on the New Jersey Turnpike, if you have an espresso, you can get on it free. There's no charge because you have an espresso on the express lane.
Oh. Yeah, well, Easy Pass still charging me. I'll tell you that.
Just put your coffee cup in front of the little sensor, and you'll be good to go. That's the trick. The trick. Yeah, put the coffee cup, and the camera. When the camera snaps it, it'll see the coffee cup behind it, and they're like, "Hey, this guy's good. Lance is good. He's okay." You know what I mean?
My license is suspended. I drive everywhere. I don't care.
Oh, wow. Your license is suspended?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll be honest. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a speeding ticket. I didn't pay it. They tell me I got to wait a couple months. Listen, I got a job. I got rent. I got all these bills. they're going to continue to pile up.
Right. Yeah, you got to work. Yeah.
Yeah, screw that. They pull me over. They pull me over. It's life.
Right. Man, I tell you, that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's one of those things, you just gotta roll with the punches and just gotta make your way about in life.
Yeah.
Well, very good. Well, this is wonderful. Well, congratulations on the scores from the kids. And tomorrow is All Saints Day, and then we got Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas,
Yeah.
and then we'll repeat
I'm going
that.
to mass tomorrow in Italian. I really don't speak it though.
Oh, the mass is in Italian. Usually they do this in
Yeah.
Latin. Well, Latin, of course, Italian is a Latin-based language, but spicy with the
A little bit of
meatballs.
Spanish, but Italian, I really don't know.
You
When
know
I used to do
Espanol?
construction, I used habla español. Sí. De
Ava-
importante, de trabajo,
Yeah,
de
trabajo.
perro, chiquita.
Hold on one second. This
comida.
might be my Latin instructor on the line. Just a second here. Hello?
This is Stephanie. I'm calling you from state-regulated final expense insurance fund. How are you doing today?
Okay.
Based on our records, you may qualify for the state-regulated final expense insurance fund. That's going to cover 100% of your funeral, burial, and cremation expenses. Now, are you between the ages of 40 and 80?
I am.
All right, just a second. Let me get one of the specialists over the phone to give you the quote. All right?
All right. You have the automated voice message. You gotta be crazy.
Yeah, then they put you with a real person.
Oh, they hung up. Those sons of biscuits. They hung up on me. Sounds like the kids are active over there. The little nephews.
Yeah, we try not to have them on the iPads and
Right.
all day.
Get them out playing
So
in the
they're doing-
streets. That's right. Yeah, they can play stickball or go
Yeah,
trick or treating.
Go play in the dirt. That's right.
That's right. Exactly. That's the way to do it. Don't have them on the screens.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're making slime.
Yeah.
They're making slime right now.
Oh,
so
slime. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, they're occupied.
You're ocupado. Ocupado. That's Espanol for occupied.
I had
Ocupado.
my alarm set to call you, so my alarm went off.
Well, I appreciate. I forgot that we had scheduled this call for this time, so I'm glad you did. I appreciate that. You're one of the few.
No worries. Last time I called you a little late this time, so I set an alarm this time to make sure.
That's right.
I have to be
Yes.
a man of my word, otherwise I'm not worth anything.
That's
If I
right.
had $1 million.
Exactly. Well, that's wonderful. Yes, indeed.
What do you got planned for the weekend?
Well, I'm probably gonna go out trick or treating tomorrow. It's All Saints Day, and I think, you know what? I want some All Saints candy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, listen, all the kids had school today. They'll be out tomorrow trick or treating.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're gonna be trick or treating too, so I can blend right in. Especially now that I'm between the ages of 40 and 80.
Oh man, yeah. Don't worry, you'll squeeze in. You just got to be second or third in line. You can't be first.
Exactly, that's right. I'm okay with being second or third or seventh. I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
that's it. As long as you get your candy, right?
That's right. And as long as you can have your cake and eat it too. Eat it as well.
Yeah.
Don't eat it too. Eat it as well. That's right. Well, it sounds like you got a lot going on there with the family. But Lance, it was great talking to you. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead. And enjoy the weekend. And hopefully it won't rain on you. And yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. You want to connect again next week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
do it at 6:15 on Tuesday. We'll reconnect then, okay?
6:15 Tuesday. You got it.
All right, brother. You have a good evening.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, it's fascinating. He's a nice guy. He's got to know that I'm not serious. We didn't talk any business at all. It's just crazy. But anyways. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here with us tonight as we continue to press on. And get up to the next comment here. Fourth Way, 44. The only squeeze with silver is on the facts. So far, it's down 6% for the month. I can walk into any LCS and buy all I want. If that fails, Kitco is only too happy to help. No squeeze that I can ascertain. More of the story, 99% of the clips on silver are total BS. The thing is that the type of squeeze I'm talking about has nothing to do with local coin shops, Fourth Way. You didn't watch the video. It's very important that you watch the video. There's different kinds of squeezes. And yes, indeed. Yes, that's true. Exactly, JM Unleashed. What kind of professional tells a prospective client that they drive him around to suspend his license? That's exactly right. Yes, indeed, that's right. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why some of these people, they're just something is a little off about them, and that's we've learned it there. Exactly right. It's crazy. I was almost kind of floored about that. Thank you, Mark B. Yeah, it's a lingering COVID cough. I think it's long COVID at this point. My taste buds are still off whack too. All right, SH1777-1. Correction, we didn't allow soybeans to be shipped or exported. China opened up their market so they could be exported. Yeah, I misspoke there. That's what I meant. They opened up their market to allow them to be exported. In other words, they didn't prohibit them from being exported. They're going to take it in. That's right. Very good. Let's see here. And let's see here. What do we have here? We've got Littlefoot. It says Diamond Fist. That's right. Diamond Fist all the way. Exactly right on this video. And I meant to say that. I need to say that more because I've coined that phrase. I'm going to say that more often. But anyways, let's see here. We got Mario. GSR will drop to 77.1 by the end of November. Wow. Now that's a pretty bold call. And if you don't think that's that far away to go, think about this. When the prices spiked up to $54.50, the GSR narrowed only to just below 80. So it's going to take a lot to get to 77, but it is possible. It is possible. We shall see. All right. So there we go. All right, let's get back over here. Let me get my mouse back. And then we'll get back to the comments and see what some of you folks are saying here. We've got Tom Sanders. Tom Sanders here says this. What a crazy day, Sal. But crazy as it was exactly as I predicted. And when it comes right down to it, a matter of supply and demand, world volatility, both military, political, and economic. Lastly, the exponential nature of advanced technology is its industrial reliance on silver will prevent this floor price everyone was predicting. More so, we should be predicting how bad the squeeze will be. So hang on to your hats and your 90%. Batten down the hatches and watch the rocket climb. Yes, we'll see. Yes, indeed. And I'm telling you what, I declare victory. Anything above $45 an ounce that can stay above that is good. And even really, anything above $40 an ounce is good. All right. All right, thank you, Michael K., for popping in tonight. Always appreciate you, my friend. Have a wonderful evening, sir. Appreciate you so much, Michael K. All right. Here's Gene Lefevre. Good to see Gene. Matt Wingy, happy Halloween, Salvation Nation. Sugar High Liquor, there you go. Keep on stacking. Thank you so much. Damon says about W.C. Fields when accused of being drunk. Yes, I'm drunk and you're ugly. I'll be sober tomorrow, but you'll be ugly for the rest of your life. There you go. PC Coinstar is here. Good to see you. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. And let us press on forward with this. See, we've got another comment that has made its way up here. KG says this. Guess I need to amend or update my comment that he made on the video earlier today. Just found a glut of 90% silver auctions and actually 2 more small lots for 12 and 18% below spot. And that includes the cost of shipping. So real price under spot closer to 15 to 20%. Picked up 2 Morgans and 5 Walking Liberties. I got to stop. I'm spending money I don't have. Yes, it is tough when you see deals like that to to restrain yourself. But yeah, probably a good idea to restrain yourself. But congratulations on the deal. You can get it. You got to get when the getting's good on that stuff. And I tell you what, constitutional, the getting's good. I kind of wish I would have got more of it, but I think I have close to enough of it. But I want to fill up this tube of pretty much uncirculated mercuries that I'm getting for the same price pretty much as regular mercuries. Yasmin Rodriguez says, thank you for the video. God bless you. Thank you so much, Yasmin. Appreciate that so much. And we've got thanks for the info, Sal. Thank you, Joey Libs. Thank you so much. On the spook video that I did. James C. Says here, man, I'm all for stacking and protecting from inflation, but people's minds are broken. 1/8 getting food assistance. The cause of that has nothing to do with the people and entirely the fault of our policies. We spend 10 times as much giving tax breaks to the rich versus SNAP. Well, there's too many people on SNAP. I think it's the opposite way. In fact, I think the tax need more tax break. The rich need more tax breaks. Because if you followed the tax code and didn't take advantage of any loopholes, and a lot of them don't have time to do, depending on how you talk about the rich, we should close all the loopholes. Everybody pays the same rate. But nonetheless, I like the idea of what Trump is aiming for, hopefully. I don't know if he's going to get there or not. But if it's on the trajectory that we could get all of our income from tariffs and none from taxation. But nonetheless, 1/8 getting food assistance says more about our government than it does of the people. That's the problem. I guarantee you that probably half of those people don't really need it. And you look at what some of this stuff is spent on, sugary foods and the like, we need to stop all of that. They should not be getting sugary foods or unhealthy foods with that at all. So, yes, it's crazy. So, but yes, close the tax loopholes, and all honesty, get rid of the income tax and make taxation solely by, we're not there yet, but solely by tariffs. I think that would be the best way. That's how we used to do it. Anyways, Zix Road, I'm scared. Sal, far out. Don't be scared. Just be spooked. There you go. Buck Wild. The smack you saw was nothing more than bankers doing what they do. Notice how it happened at precisely 12 noon. It's also the end of the month. If you notice, it's still the highest end, the month close of ever. That's right. It is. It sure is. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Cyber Curtain Twitcher, I'm on the edge of pulling the trigger, but catching that bottom is something I've rarely managed to do over the past years. Yes, no, I hear you. Timing the purchases is difficult. And I know what you mean. I missed it, Mark II, in my last purchase, Cyber Curtain Twitcher. I missed it too. Chris Rauterman, just keep stacking, stay the course. That's exactly right. Stay that course. And let's refresh this and see what other comments have made their way through here in the past half an hour or so. Hello, Chadwick Sebastian. Good to see you. Let's get to this one from What's Your Prob says here. Retail is starting to kick in. I mean, we already know that bullion dealers have been seeing a surge in buying this past month. It's actually increased after the recent dip. That's right, it has. And that's one of the reasons why premiums have gone up too. Let's see here. And let's get over to the next comment here. Let's press on forward here. We've got this from Carweebco Livecorn. Chimes in with this and says, my best strategy is an anomaly. Sell gold miners a week prior to the Federal Reserve meeting and buy after the Fed meeting. If they are going to go lower at that rate and gold goes up after, also be aware that at the end of the month there is no Fed meeting. In a week like last week, one wants to sell prior to the last couple of days before the end of the month. 2 purchase at the beginning of the month. Okay. Yeah, that strategy works out for you. I don't know that I would advise that for everybody, but hey, your track record is your own, and maybe that's been proven a thing for whatever miners you're working in or working with there. Okay, Canadian Stacker says this: bought 10 ounces of silver today. Thought it might be more expensive tomorrow or next week. Could go down, though. Never know. I will find out. That's right. Well, congratulations. And you're preparing for whatever eventuality that will come on. All right. Thank you, Richard Metcalf, for popping in tonight, Richard. Have a good night, my friend. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Happy Halloween deja vu. Notice over the past couple of months, palladium is fighting hard. Yes, it has. That's right. It sure has. Palladium is fighting. And I didn't think that would happen. I thought palladium would like linger, and platinum would just go way above it. But it happens. But it is, you're right, it has made a move. It's crazy. It surprises me in a way that has occurred. Yes, indeed. Let's get over here and do this here, what we've got, to the next comment. Fun fact: Jim Cramer, co-founder of The Street and ex-Goldman Sachs employee. I did not know that. Wow. Interesting. Thank you, Red Crawler. Appreciate that. Grumpy Grandpa. At times like these, I always blame market fundamentals. There we go. Yes, indeed. And let's see here what we've got with Bozo. You can't assign a reason for every market move. Traders do what traders do, sometimes rationally, sometimes irrationally. And probably more often than not, they act irrationally. That's right, exactly. That's true. But no matter rational or irrational, there's always a reason behind it. But that's the thing is the reason can still cause those irrational thoughts. All right, just finished that tea. Ah, man. So thank you, Bozo, for that. You're right. Eric Busenbark says this here from yesterday's market report. They went up today because they went down yesterday when they should have gone up. I think it's just the usual gains and manipulation that is used to discourage investors in metals and take their money and then buy it back themselves on the lows and make the money back up. It could be a number of different ways to theorize what's going on out there. I don't rule anything out. I want to be as open-minded as possible. Donna Kirsch says here, we do love your show. The bottom line is we want to be perceived is what is perceived to be smart for you. When silver was 54 the other week, my husband traded silver rounds he paid 20 to 22 ounces for, 22 per ounce, about 1.5 years ago for 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles. His cost average as 1/10 Eagles was insane. He's now going to take some of the 10th ounce and some silver again to buy bigger gold pieces at his collective average of purchases years ago. Sometimes he trades the gold back down for silver Eagles. Everyone has a plan. Stack smart and be consistent. There you go. That's right. Yep. You gotta look about. Whenever you trade silver for gold, it's highly unusual that you're ever going to get it for the actual listed ratios, because coin shops are going to make money, and they also do not want to incur risk of having too much silver when you trade that in for gold. So you're going to get much less for your silver when you trade it in for gold. Just keep that in mind, as I'm sure your husband did just that. Even though he did well because he bought that silver at $20 per ounce, he wasn't given market price for it. I almost guarantee that. Lucio says, I'm buying for the long term and only buy at Costco. Got the best prices. Coin shops are crazy. Well, do not think about what other online dealers like Summit Metals, channel sponsor. You might find some better deals at some online dealers out there too. So I hope you will check out Summit Metals as well as others. Shop around, see if you can find the best price. All right. Let's see here. Michael Porter. Another awesome video, Sal. Your content is always great and very informative. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you're watching, and I appreciate your kind words on this Hallows Eve. Thank you, Michael Porter. And Hobo Bill, I bought more 90% for back a spot. Congratulations. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. If you can buy it for spot or under, you're doing okay. And I think Constitutional is where it's at right now. I really do. Let's see here. James Adams says this, great vid and information. I must say that history, one thing that's a fact, when governments print more money and the debt becomes unmanageable, there's always gold and silver and the other hard assets will endure through every nation's downturn or collapse. Protect yourself because history has shown time and time again that anything is possible. It sure can. It sure has. You're right. For sure. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see here. Let's go up here to Lancelot. People are still buying on the talk of a $5,000 and $100 price for both metals. Yes. And I tell you what, it is quite possible that we could see $5,000 gold. I believe we'll see that next year. I really do. Silver at $100, I'm not as confident about that. Not nearly as confident. We may see $60. We'll see. I'm going to be doing my prediction videos. Of course, my thoughts right now could change by the end of the year, depending on what the market does. But I'm going to be giving, every year since 2020, I've done prediction videos just for fun. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Let's get over here to Hooray Marketing. See what he has to say here. When looking at silver on charts for spot market, the support level is a synthetic support level. Implied volatility, it can go up or down real far, real fast. Proceed with caution. Well, yeah, I mean, any support is based off of technical analysis and pattern analysis. And they can be broken, but usually it's just a matter of what those patterns have shown and history shows. But yes, of course, they all can be broken through one direction or another. But there's several different factors you have to weigh in on that with regards to technical analysis that to bear out. Lulu Lucky, beautiful coin, Sal. Thank you so much. Very kind of you, Lulu. Appreciate you noticing and watching. Always appreciate you. Super Giant Geckos. Metals just started the Turkey Week. Pump and dump. There you go. All right. Turkey Week. Pumping and dumping. Can that happen with a turkey? Don't you pump them with juices or something like that and dump them? Dump them out on the table? We'll see. I don't know. Mud Swat is here. Good crowd with us tonight. Lori Smith is here. Welcome, Lori. Chadwick is here. Mark B is still with us tonight. Good crowd here. Appreciate you guys. Northern Hillbilly is here. And I do stand ready for push-ups if duty were to call me in that direction. And we've got Edward Sawyer. News I've seen several times. Look to the Shanghai Exchange. That's right. Reports are that silver is critically low. Well, I've not heard it is lower. It's the lowest it's been in a long time. And I reported on that recently, actually. I posted a video about that, Edward Sawyer. Yes, indeed. We'll keep an eye on things. We're also in backwardation. That is another sign of stress in the silver market. Backwardation. All right. Way Deep Inside is here. Welcome. And we've got Tom Sanders. It says, I've said why before. You just can't keep a good metal down. It's a matter of supply and demand. As well as silver being the industrial metal of the future, the trade talks were mostly hot air. Not much was signed. In China and India are both still gobbling up metal. India even monetized silver. Well, that's not technically right. But anyway, so I'm surprised that you're surprised, Sal. 49.17. Yeah, that was 16 hours ago, but yes, indeed. There is but there's other things that forces at play too. And remember the trade talks, I think yes, nothing was signed, but it was very positive. I think more positive than Trump thought. Silver Heist, did you see some guy did a class action lawsuit because of a slogan, lowest price period? Took it too literally, suing SD Bullion and all the YouTube channels. Wow. Oh man. Oh man, I did not see that. Wow, that's crazy. That's not good. I guess those of us that are sponsored, we gotta be careful about bullion dealers. I know the one thing that the Summit Metals started out with low prices, and those of us who work with them were told, hey, you promote this. We're low prices, and then their prices started going up, and so we're focusing on other aspects of what Summit Metals is. But they've never told us to say anything outside of what's reality, with regards to what they have. So it just goes to show you that you got to be careful. And then, of course, SD Bullion, so there's some products they have the lowest price on certain things, but you can't have it on everything. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be all the time. So it's probably it's probably a very, very vague statement, but they could probably win in court by saying, well, by lowest prices, period, we mean lowest prices on this particular product at this particular time. It's probably going to be a tough lawsuit to win, is my guess. And but it would be very interesting to follow that. I had no idea that was the case. Wow. Interesting. All right. Let's see here. Bicentennial baby. China didn't keep their word last time. What makes you think that we'll keep their word this time? Yep, that's true. There may be some things. I think Trump is more polished. He's more streetwise now to both Russia and China in dealing with them. So I think he's got a strategy here that he's working through here. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Glenn Francisco. Refiners are prioritizing 999 silver above ground, turned into bigger bars that are buying in miners. This explains why miners are down right now, because refiners not buying from miners. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. There's a lot happening. They need to get that stuff going. For sure. Yeah, I think every big bullion dealer, or every bullion dealer, is going to have something that they're going to have low prices on. You really do have to shop around, but there's something to be said for customer service as well, and being so engaged with the community. And I think that's kind of where Summit Metals kind of shines out, and they have really upped their customer service and their shipping as well. They went through and they're really a fast-growing channel, so they ran into some hiccups there, but they really have stepped it up. And I'm hearing more and more happy testimonials from my viewers in the comment section about buying from Summit Metals. At the first 6 months or so, I got mixed reactions. I mean, not all. It was mostly positive, but I did see more. I'm seeing less and less negative feedback. But in the first 6 months, there was a little bit more negative feedback just because of miscommunication or issues, misunderstandings. But yes, indeed. And so, yeah. But Summit Metals really has come a long way, and I've seen them grow, and they've done a good job. And they're not, they don't force any of us, quote, YouTube or us YouTube channels to oversell them, or to say any particular thing. They just want your experience and our experience. I'm a customer as well, so I've made orders to Summit Metals, not just blindly. And whoever took the order, they emailed me immediately when there was an issue with a product not coming out in time, and they had no idea who I was. And so it was really cool when I experienced that customer service for myself. All right, very good. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Dinah Bell, for the last 2 weeks, Norway has been totally out of silver bullion. I hold back on my stack. Yeah, they're starting to get some stress and strain on some of the dealers too, on some of the products as well. Yes, indeed. Okay, Bill Soderquist at Summit Metals, for the first-time buyers, can you get both the silver and gold options? Well, there's much less. You can get 5 ounces of silver at spot over at Summit Metals. Let's see here. Well, anyways, yeah, you can get 5 ounces at spot of silver. I don't know that they have the equivalent with gold. But their fractional gold is usually pretty competitive and has been fairly competitive. But anyway, very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Mark Razor, yeah, sorry about that. It's long COVID. I've done enough research on it. I know what it is, and it could be. I hope it's not going to be another 6 weeks. But I'm drinking the ginger and tea, but doctor's not going to help me. I'm done. I know it's COVID. And the long COVID cough, do some research on it. There's nothing to stop it. There's no doctor that can help me. Just your prayers are coveted. Maybe pray for me. That'll go away. I know it's annoying, Mark Razor, but it is what it is. Sorry, you're just going to have to deal with the cough if you want to watch the channel. I edit it out for the videos. I can't edit it out on the live stream. But apologize. If you think it's annoying to you, imagine me having to deal with the cough. It's not all about you. I have to deal with it. So I don't like it any more than you do. I don't do this on purpose. I'm trying to grow the channel, but I can't, I don't have a cough button. I can't easily get to it to try to do it every single time. So I apologize. If you don't want to watch for another 6 weeks, you don't have to watch. I apologize, but nothing I can do about it. Let's see here. Maverick Mastermind. Yep, your daily exploration boss. Give me one of your BS hearts with intuition if you don't like it, please. What the heck is this about? Exploration. Give me one of your BS hearts. Well, there's the heart. And if you don't like it, I will not treasure it forever. To be clear, comment or not, I really don't care, precious. The daily process must drive your subscribers off the wall. Give me a good smackdown if you're a viewer or comment. Rethink your game. Can anybody make any sense of this? Any sense whatsoever? Maverick Masterland. I have no clue what that is, but I've given you a heart anyway, mainly because I want you to come back and hear my response. But anyways, let's see here. All right, Yami Bolo, red alert. If we can hold 4K gold and $50 silver at the close for this month, it will be extremely bullish for the rest of the year. Bye. Well, so far we did close the month above $4,000 an ounce, so that's good. Yeah, I think maybe JM Lisa's right. Maybe this commenter was drunk. I don't know. I don't know what his deal is. That's the only thing I can think of. Crazy. Okay, we've got Mike's Bucci, 8690, says here, words out that the Chinese trade deal is another joke. China will continue dog-walking Trump. They have a 100-year plan. We don't even have a 3-day plan. Oh, that's true. You're right. China does plan for the future beyond their lifetime. There's no question about that. And they have been. And, you think about it. It was it was Nixon that opened up the gate to China in 1972, I believe. And so far, I think they've pretty much taken advantage of us for quite a while. Northern Hillbilly, you must have stepped out when we had the scammer earlier. We did have one call us. We had 2 that called. One was automated, but it crapped out. Tire Fryer, there was a Fed rate cut on the 30th, lower to 3.75 from 4. That's right. Yep. And I mentioned that in the video. Let's see here. Robert Renovations Landscaping says, Sal, man, you're the best silver guy around. Remember, the financial system is collapsing silently in real time when trying to analyze the runs we're seeing. Yep, I'm almost like rearranging the chairs on the Titanic, the deck chairs. But remember, it's a very, very slow process, even with the debt going up exponentially. Frank Salvador. Sal, who just bought massive amounts of gold and silver after the quick drop in price? Why, it was the banks. Forget what they saw, watch what they do. All of what you see, half of what you read, and nothing is what you hear. The banks. Well, and the thing is, but see, the banks are custodians mostly. The banks are custodians for customers of those banks. So that's really there's buyers in there, hedge funds. The big banks are buying too. But anyways, Jamin Lee's comment from Timothy: tell Sal to search Dr. Stella for curing the COVID. Okay, all right. I'll try to remember that. But there's a whole lot of people that say they can cure COVID. I've never met them, but the thing is that there's mixed reviews on that, and the dosages and stuff that can be bad for your liver or kidneys and stuff like that with too. For medical stuff, I don't like to just do stuff based off of hearsay or politics. I want to try to be as well. When you're talking about your health, you don't want to do it based off of politics or anything like that. Not to say that this Dr. Stella is, but a cure for COVID. I'll just have to look it up, Dr. Stella. I'll try to remember that. All right, John Formey says here, what if another country buys an extremely large amount, takes physical delivery, reducing availability of silver float, causing a shortage in the shorts by a large banks equals failure? I imagine there's probably some limits on that. I don't know. I know China was buying unrefined silver, and I actually reported on that some time ago. And so yes, it's tough. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that they can do that, or if they would, they could. They probably would do that just to. And I don't know that it would not be in their best interest to do that to drive the price up for that anyway. Anyways, let's see here. Chad Wolf says SD Bullion has a 50-minute wait time in their line. SD Bullion or Summit Metals, I don't think has those. I mean, they're busy too, but if you want to check them out, if you're seeing long wait times or a shortage of product, check out Summit Metals. You may be able to get through there. All right. Robert Harrison says, congratulations on 103,000 subs. We enjoy your content. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Robert. Harrison, appreciate that. Gordon says here, nice chunky monkey. Love this 2 ounces. Thanks, Sal. Good show. Thank you, Gordon. Appreciate you watching, my friend. Appreciate it. And we've got this from JC4321. Says, we have to see how all this plays out. Backwardation has started again. It was at 20 cents yesterday. It's now 36 cents today. Grab a bar, stackers, and squeeze. Yes, indeed. That's right. Grab a bar and squeeze. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. All right. Robert says, glad to hear your voice back to normal. Hoping you feel better. It's a beat down. The COVID. Well, it's the magic of editing. Cough has gotten no better at all. It's the magic of editing. But thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried more things now than I've ever had before. And David McKenzie liked to squeeze Mark Carney of what he was doing in Canada. Soon paper money will wipe. Happy Friday, just days ago. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. The Granddaddy Purple has a comment here. Let's get to it. It says, the big move will come in April of 2026 when India starts Silver Standard 2.0 and the rest of BRICS follow suit. It will send silver to triple digits. I don't think so. I did a video about that, the Granddaddy Purple. You should check it out. And they are calling for a 10-to-1 ratio to gold when central banks and tax monetary metal stack and hold heavily, my friend. Well, thank you, Granddaddy Purple. But that is all misinterpreted. It just means that banks will accept it as collateral. Yeah, Niels Han Dynasty. Yep, tried all that. In fact, I just finished a tea with a ginger powder. Niels Han Dynasty. It only works when I'm actually drinking it. That's it. It's crazy. And so yeah, it's nuts. I've tried all different kinds of cough drops. Nothing helps. Nothing helps. Carl Cooper, snake squeeze out and squeeze again. Silver squeeze culmination is how things really will change the market. Indeed. Sure will. That's for sure. Yep. And the crazy Dan, oil of oregano is extremely expensive. And I asked somebody about that, professional, and they said that only works at the start of a cold. That's really when that works. That's it. And even so, my guess now is it may just be temporary. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. And what are we had here? I don't think it's mold, because my taste buds got screwed up. So I think it's COVID, Niels Han Dynasty. But that is a good good question. I don't know. I don't know how there's a way to test for that or without hiring some company to come in. I don't know. But because my taste buds got screwed up, I think it's a. Well, let's see here. Frank Salvador, the reasons for the confusion, the Etruscan principle, wherein no living person has direct knowledge or experience of what is about to happen. A monetary reset when the Ponzi scheme of wealth extraction by fiat currency winds down to its inevitable fate. You know who does know? The central banks who find their origins within the British monarchical system. It's the royal families of Europe who have extracted wealth from the world for centuries. The Federal Reserve Act of 1913 turned over the printing of U.S. currency back to the Bank of Europe. What could go wrong? Yes. Crazy. Well, it's nuts. Federal Reserve Act, bad news. Humidity, I'm not sure. With the humidity, I've heard different things. Like use humidifiers to loosen up some of the stuff. I mean, I had a fever at the beginning of this, and my taste buds went out of whack, and they're still out of whack. So I think it's just COVID. Yeah, I've tried whiskey. Yeah, and see, the thing is, Redeem Patriot, all that stuff is just going to be temporary. It's only when you drink those things that it's going. But I've tried alcohol too. But like I said, the whiskey, all that stuff, the whiskey is the key there. It numbs your throat for a little bit, and then it goes away. You know what I mean? I guess I could get blind drunk or what have you and do that every day, but anyways. As in Blue Water says, it's really perfect timing for a squeeze. Thank you. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Squeeze to the moon. There you go. Squeeze to the moon. That's right. See what happens. Don't know that it'll go to the moon, but it'll go up. Human manipulation for money. There you go. Maybe that's it too. No Blinder says this. The following. Silver should rise to $60 or maybe even $70 and then pull back to where I figure it is $50 level, but maybe a little higher or lower. But this is what I think is going to do, in just my opinion. Just remember, it's never a straight line as to what anyone thinks silver is going to do. That's right. Yep, it's never a straight line. No one really knows. The silver market is complex, for sure. Silver market is complex. Silver 49.06 early in the day. That's why Edwin Tan. It did not close above 49, but it was still in the high 40s, 48s. Thomas, I hope silver drops back down to 30 so you can buy again. I understand as buyers, it certainly is something we'd like to get. And SMG, instead of a Hunt Brothers situation, it will be a Must situation, maybe. All right. Maybe. Well, I tell you what, he'd probably be shooting himself in the foot, too, if he did that. Because the prices would go up, and he's going to need more eventually. So anyways, all right, let's see here. Okay. Slurp a little bit more water here. Congratulations, Joey. You bought a 2025 1-ounce Dragon coin. I got one of those too. I haven't showed it in a video in a while, but you likely got it for cheaper than I did. I think I paid like $80 some for mine. You're crazy. All right, we've got Ozzy Richardson says here, milk spots are a security feature. Should be a new sales pitch for the mints. That's right, exactly. Exactly right. And let's get over here to this. Let's press on over here. From KG. The number of auctions for constitutional silver have decreased this week, and the majority of ones are still active are either already bid up to spot or start price above spot. I'm not gonna bother bidding on anything until the changes, since I got 4 small lots for 5 to 9% below spot weeks ago. Meanwhile, I've been waiting on 2 small packages of constitutional silver via USPS. Nice. And congratulations. Yep, you're smart to wait it out. Do not overpay for silver. All right. Thank you, J-Mo Leach, for posting a link to Bill 457's channel. Good to see Kanita Warrior. Welcome to you. Good to see you. Welcome. Shotgun Susie is here. Welcome. Glenn Francisco. Refiners are not buying from miners right now, and that's why mining is down. Refiners is only melted. Yes, I think you mentioned that before. Thank you. Jeff Higgins says here. The squeeze says this. Technical analysis, the valuation of silver is based on metrics of the dying currency. Dubious reporting and digital manipulation. Valuing of silver could be summed up like this. Remove all silver from where it is currently in use, and we will all be living in the 18th century. That's true. You're right. That's true. It is needed. But remember, just because something is needed does not mean that it should be extremely expensive, just so you understand that. Copper is even more, we depend even more on copper than we do silver. But yet it's priced by the pound. Of course, there's a lot more of it out there too, but I digress. All right. All right. Prime Mintastic has just received his first Salivate Metal 2-ounce round. Congratulations. All right, glad you like it, my friend. Very cool. Did you get over at Summit Metals that are still available there? But it may be the last time they're available, if you do get one. Avis Liberte says, thanks for an interesting video. Audio track no work. Well, the audio is, I've not received any complaints on the audio in this video. So you might want to check your device, maybe try it from a different browser, maybe, perhaps. But thank you for watching. Richard Metcalf thinks out. I like chunky silver too. I'm a big fan of it, of the chunky. Yes, I am. Oh, very cool. Prime Mintastic. It was his first order from Summit Metals. Very cool. Glad you got it. I appreciate that. Glad you enjoy it. Thank you again so much. All right. Let's see here. And where are we at? Let's get to the next comment as we peruse our way through this broadcast. We got Bikini Woman, who's been very nice and kind, watching the videos and commenting on them all. And she says here, thank you, Sal. Well, thank you, Bikini Woman. All right, Mark B. Have a wonderful night, Mark B. Thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate it so much. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, Hypersonic Bullion. They got them over at Summit Metals if you want to check it out. Thank you. Link in the description of this video. Thank you, Hypersonic Bullion. Appreciate it. And let's see here. And let's see here. We've got this from Richard Metcalf, who just is leaving us. Not a bad Friday. I expect a bigger drop, but it wasn't too bad. Indeed, it wasn't. I think we can declare victory on this Friday. Yes, we can. He also says here, a roller coaster, in my opinion. Day for commodity heavy portfolio. Started down, then up, then way down, then finished down, but not too far down. Of course, I bought more miners. There you go, Richard Metcalf. Nice. Nicely done. Bluetooth Blades is here. Good to see you. Good crowd tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, yes, indeed. And where are we at? We've got this Creek Runner says, boo, there you go. Happy Halloween to you as well on this night here. And we've got Randy McDonald, way too much of a welfare programs. What about the billions that gets given to Israel? Well, that's money more well spent than a lot of the welfare program. Much more well spent than than a lot of the welfare programs out there. We get more for our money giving it to Israel than we do to the welfare programs. No question about that. Dennis Niemeyer says, CCT. Hello to CCT. All right. We love CCT. Check out his channel, by the way. And let's see here. Richard Metcalf also says here, people like free stuff, although they don't see the consequences. And just look at all the leading mayoral candidate in New York City. The people who vote for him probably don't understand the consequences. Yep, that's exactly right. True that. Exactly right. They're going to learn the hard way. Because I guarantee you, this president is not going to... this president is not going to bail out New York City when it. Of course, not even the governor of New York is going to bail out New York City when they try to implement those policies. And that governor has endorsed her. Electric Ninja, gold's not trading water, it's trading my salivation. There you go, Electric Ninja, exactly. All right, Ominous Rooster says here, I was spooked to even look at the prices this afternoon. Tonight, the owls are on the prowl to score free candy from the young goblins. Watch out. Happy Halloween. Indeed. Happy Halloween indeed, for sure. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Dean R is here. Good to see Dean. There's 8-inch Destroyer is here. Good to see 8-inch Destroyer and Dean. Both of us here tonight. Mm-hmm. Good to see Big Green Stacker is here. All right. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Caleb Ritchie. There's money always. You can be as isolationist as you want for anybody, but there's always going to be money going to our allies. And Israel is the sole democratic type government in the Middle East. Very, very strong ally to the United States, so yeah, of course we're going to help with their defense and others because they're being attacked literally on seven different fronts in this war that they've had to wage because of radical Islamic terrorists and Hamas. So Israel has had to do that, and they've been a strong ally for years, and it's appropriate, totally, completely appropriate to support Israel. And they're supporting us too, as well. But just like we do with the UK, France, and other allies, it's what happens, And make no mistake too, back during the earthquake in Homs, Iran, back in 2002, we sent money to them as well. Of course, we made sure that money was going to the actual affected for that earthquake, but we do help other nations. We can't be totally isolationist, that's for sure. But Israel is a strong ally, and thank God we've got Benjamin Netanyahu, because if we get some lefty weenie in there in Israel, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem. And so we got Benjamin Netanyahu on our side. Great Prime Minister. And so yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Tony, how does Israel support us? Well, they got one of the best, the Mossad intelligence, we use their intelligence probably for a lot of things too, as an ally, and I'm not sure monetarily. I'll have to look that up, but many of these nations that we support, that we get support from as well too, just like any other nation. But probably the intelligence is probably one of the biggest things. The Mossad is some of the most well-trained intelligence out there, for sure. All right, let's see here. Let's get down here to some of the comments. We've got silver bars are still on back order from the Perth Mint. Wow. So there's still a lot of little bit of a bottleneck there in production for some of the bars for purchases there. There was a lot of demand that happened with this big dip. A lot of people said we're going to be getting in good. Jonathan Boyle says, I'm gonna up, but what I heard, China has opened up more silver mining, so it will probably come down again. Keep buying, though I have a feeling silver will be close to 110 years. And that is not unreasonable. I think that is quite possible. It is quite possible indeed. All right, let's see here. Wendell Costas Falls says here, no, I just jumped slightly back to where it was last week. Yes, that's right, it did. So there's no argument for me there. I don't understand why you say no at that. Biblical Fellowship, platinum is still the sleeper metal. Continue to stack platinum. Well, it's not asleep. It's gone up pretty dramatically. Yes, it has. Victor says Israel helps us with technology and pharmaceuticals. Yes, that's right. That's good. Thank you for that. That's right. Very good. And they're a trading partner too. Yes, indeed. And we've got the Edwin Tan gold reporting the markets from yesterday to where it was yesterday. Very good. And let's see here. Let's get to this. We have got Player 1X. It might just be that the central banks and individuals alike are trusting more and more in precious metals and not fiat just for the reasons of inflation, but sanctions. Countries are backing their own currency, giving them real value and not trading with the dollar anymore, which is a big part of the total pictures of a global scale. The dollar is being traded with less and less over time and being replaced by gold and silver because of sanctions. The U.S. debt and other countries do not want to lend as much anymore either. Well, it's not being replaced by gold or silver. And silver. It's being replaced by backing of gold. But nonetheless, you're right, there is de-dollarization is certainly happening. But they still can't. They're still dependent on it to a point, for sure. Librarian, probably due to backwardation paper trade, AI-generated trades. Reality is there's not enough physical, and the Western economy is universally tanked. Yep, AI is going to play a bigger role, I think, in some of this stuff. It's crazy. All right. Stephen Caldwell says this. Heard what I thought was a truthful video since the spot was crushed at 3 a.m. was on purpose a psychological ploy to change our perception of gold and silver as a variable purchase. They explained it better than me. All right. Yes, sometimes this happen overnight. Those high frequency trades, some of the timing and stuff with that seems suspicious, but sometimes some of those trades are set automatically to occur. Maybe there's times because I think it's quiet, but obviously it gets pretty busy. There's times. Big institutions set it to happen to dump a whole lot of contracts. I don't know. And that's where the big bullion banks come into, the hedge funds get into play there. Steve C. Let's go nuke power. It's safe these days. Yes, it is safer these days for sure. It's really not been unsafe for the most part, except for Russia's. But everything else has just been overly blown up, but it's blown out of proportion, pun intended there. All right. MG LeBaron, silver demand by average consumer is rising. It's common knowledge and silver is undervalued. A long overdue correction is coming for silver. And yeah, I tell you, we're gonna see it go up. I think because that is not going away, and a lot of it, I think, in a sense, is recession resistant at the very least, and there'll be enough of it demand that it very well could be recession proof. Patrick says, everyone like you talking out of your butt when you obviously fixed a rigging, keep guessing. Uh, fixed the rigging. Well then, Patrick, tell me, prove to me they fixed the rigging. Give me hard evidence. No one ever has. You know, a lot of these people they come up with these snide comments. When I'm open minded about it, but show me actual evidence of rigging. You really can't. No one really can. Let's see here. Snakebite. I'm holding tight. Did get another $10 face of 1964 quarters. Congratulations. And D Moto says, rate cuts stimulate money supply and gold represents a store of value. It's a sign that we will get more inflation. Yep, and already we're seeing the monetary supply, M2 money supply go up, and they've just now announced recently, within the last day or two, well, Jerome Powell's conference said that they're going to stop their quantitative tightening. And that does not necessarily automatically mean they're going to be loosening or easing, but for all intents and purposes, that's what's happening and has been happening for some time now. Our dinars, silver is rigged to dynamite. There you go. Exactly. I love it. I love it. Matt Bittner with an algorithmic tub there. Thank you so much. And we've got Not One AU says here. Let's get this real quickly here. See what he's got to say. Pull that up. I don't know where the food stamp numbers are coming from because I live in Northwest Louisiana. I would say 90% are on food stamps and 90% don't work. Generations of people don't work and haven't worked. They get free food, free housing, and a monthly check, plus a big tax return at the end of the year, but don't pay even 1 penny in tax. It's easy to see through traffic patterns or the lack of patterns that don't work. You can see the patterns of when checks come or go in food stamps. Traffic is constant. Stores and restaurants always full. If everyone is driving, shopping, or eating, they can't be working. Yep, you're right. That's true. You're exactly right. CCT, have a good night, my friend. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you tonight. Eating leftover candy. All right. From Halloween. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you popping in tonight. Always appreciate Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Let's refresh this and see what we've got here tonight. Here, let's get down here too. Dennis Hayes. Dennis Hayes says this: the retail silver market has got to be an indicator of the larger markets. There was a distinction made on the retail side between coins and rounds. The market is still being manipulated. Does anyone have a peg on the premiums being generated at the moment? My guess is the powers that be have a stake in fear-driven purchases. Stay steady and stay strong. Yes, and it's going to differ from wherever you're going to shop. The places that are experiencing a lot of demand are going to be raising their premiums. And so, yes. But I've not heard anything from Summit Metals, the channel sponsor here, that they're out of anything yet. There's some products they're out of, but there's other things that are there available if you are a stacker. Yes, indeed. All right. Nice. Neo K is starting to take some karate lessons. Nice. Congratulations. All right. That's very, very good. Getting karate. Good way to exercise, self-defense, build confidence. All right. Colin Fox says, I wonder if silver carbon batteries will be used in the hundreds of millions of units flying drones and warfare and their high energy density. If so, the demand for silver will be crazy. You're right. That's given that, yeah, I mean, I think you're right. That it will be crazy for sure. All right, there you go. Let's see here. We've got silver brass, 1790. Come on, get down with the thickness. I don't like milk spotting, by the way. I don't either. I'm not a big fan of milk spotting myself. I'd rather not have it. Let's see if there's anything that's been held. Nothing held. We are officially and completely caught up tonight. Nice. Very, very good. And running out of the... I didn't have to do any push-ups except for 5 for one super chat that came in tonight for $5. Thanks to Sam for that. So yes, and he even said I didn't even have to do push-ups, but I'm back to doing them again now anyway. Got to get to there happening. So there it is. All right, folks. Well, we had a good time tonight. Thank you for being here. Stay tuned this Sunday night. You're never not going to want to miss a Sunday night, that's for sure. When we look at the markets when they open, I appreciate you guys being here. If you've not seen the 2 videos I posted today, I hope you will check them out. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys again. Very kind of you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.